Hi, this is Claire from Yarntastic, and this will be lesson 2 of a Yarntastic guide to knitting. I'm going to show you how to do the purl stitch this lesson. Now, I've got here just some fabric on my needles where I've started off with a few rows of garter stitch, which is where you knit every stitch on every row. Then just up above I've got this smoother fabric, and you can notice it's trying to curl as well, that just looks like V's, has this like looped V effect with one stitch coming out of the other. That is called stocking stitch, and it's achieved by knitting alternate rows of knit and purl stitch. It's a really nice fabric and very versatile. But like I said, it is trying to curl, and that's due to the characteristics of the knit and purl stitches. If you look on the reverse side of the work, with garter stitch, it looks pretty much identical to the front. But on the back of the stocking stitch, you can see that you've got the garter stitch bumps, but it's on every single row. Now, if you want to show that side of your fabric, that side is called reverse stocking stitch, and it's achieved by purling the right side rows and knitting the wrong side, whereas stocking stitch is knitting right side rows and purling wrong side rows. And when I say right side, the right side is the side that you want to show to the world. So that you can see how that purl stitch really looks, I'm going to work a purl row on my right side of my work, because then you'll be able to see the effect that it has. It looks a lot like the back of a knit row. Really, I mean, I like to think of it as doing reverse knit stitch. So to start off with, you'll have your stitches, and it doesn't matter where you are in a row or anything, this is just how you do it. And you'll need the yarn at the front of your work. So when I say that, I mean your yarn you'll have to pull your yarn to the front to sit in front of your stitches, and your needle will go behind it. A common mistake with beginner knitters is to have this at the back, so that when they go to make their first stitch, they bring it over both needles. But you don't want to do that. It needs to be from the front and underneath. So, as with the knit stitch, we'll be making a stitch through the front leg and the back leg. But this time we're going to insert our needle from right to left and almost back to front into our stitch, like that. And then to make your knit stitch, we take our yarn from the front, and we're going to go clockwise again, but up and over the needle at the front and underneath the point. Oh, it's a bit more difficult on video. So essentially it should look like that. Sorry, my work keeps curling around what we're doing. So if you pull that like that, and then you take the loop you've just made on your needle through to the back like that, and then as again we've worked a stitch, so that stitch comes off your left needle and you're left with your new stitch on your right needle. So again, left to right, back to front, around your right needle clockwise to create the loop, through the back and off, and you just keep doing that for as many purl stitches as you like. I've just completed a whole row of purl stitches, and as you can see, you get this bump at the front of the stitch. and that's the characteristic of a purl stitch. once you've mastered this stitch along with your knit stitches, you can create so many effects by just alternating those two stitches. You can do rib by alternating, say, knit one, purl one along a row. You can do moss stitch where you do the same but you don't mirror the stitch on the row above and it creates a little knobbly effect. You can create pictures by doing reverse stocking stitch on a stocking stitch background. It's just infinite. These two stitches are the foundations that you need to know to do. So it is well worth mastering the purl stitch. I hope this was useful and I'll see you next time. Bye.